The mandate of a botanical garden brings people and plants and the natural world together, and that's very much what RBG is about, and the education is the interplay between visitors and users and our collections and our sanctuary. So our job is to tell people about the areas that they're passing through and to give the collections and the land a voice. And with a mandate that says bring people, plants, and the environment together, we're able to explore things from, painting and cooking with plants to teaching people how to garden, teaching 3-year-olds how to garden. We have canoe tours in Cootes Paradise. We have geology programs on the Niagara Escarpment. So we've got just a wide range of the topics that we can cover and wonderful resources that we have in the collections and lands to explore.
We've become more environmentally conscious. It's clearly much more important that people get the right education about how they can contribute and participate. And that's happening right here at the RBG, and that's a great resource to have in our community.
We have over 250 public programs. We have over 50 school programs that are targeted to the schools. And of course, we have our seasonal camps.
There are things that we need to do as a community for our environment. And the public programs here teaches people how they can do that here and take that and translate that into their everyday lives.
With over 250 public programs, the challenge is how do you reach the participants in this mass that we're trying to get out. So we have special target groups. We have gardeners, we have naturalists, we have botanical arts and crafts, we have people interested in health and wellness, plant people and wellness. We have programs for kids and families and teachers.
One of our most popular activities is probably bird watching and feeding birds at RBG, particularly on our trails. And some of the reports of sightings of different varieties of birds that I've seen, that I've heard of, are just absolutely amazing. And it's a growing interest here at the gardens.
What we're going to do today is our intermediate bird watching.
I wanted to hear Ian speak and improve my skills, especially with bird listening skills. Just general knowledge. I wanted to learn a little bit more. I've seen a lot of the species that we saw today, but I hadn't seen some of them. So I mean, it's a total learning experience. You just come expecting to learn, and you do.
That was very interesting, because Ian is very knowledgeable, and he not only talked a lot about the birds, but he also talked about the animals as well. So it was a real nature hike, but we zeroed in on the birds.
I would come back, and I would suggest that other people take it too.
I had a friend of my mother's years ago who took a caning course and caned a seat of hers, and she collected antiques. And this chair of mine has been around forever with a busted seat, and I just always thought it would be the neatest thing to do. I like doing things with my hands, and I like being creative.
I find that the weaving is a beautiful thing, and if I get any good at this, I would like to maybe do a basket or two, just to say I give it to my kids or something and say, this is from Grandpa, you know?
So when I saw the ad in the RBG brochure, I thought, good, now I'll take that course and I'll finish up the chair, and it'll be that much less garbage in my basement.
I'm retired, and I'm actually a furniture finisher. And these chairs here were picked out of the trash, reassembled them, and put them together. And I knew they had to be caned, and I didn't know how to do caning. So I heard about this caning workshop here in Ontario, and I will cane them and I will probably keep them for a week or so, and then I donate them to a museum back home in Montreal.
Today we're working on color. The whole course is on color. And one of the things I want them to understand is the change in value when something is in sunlight and in cast shadow. And when you're beginning painting, you really don't know how far to push that dark. Most beginning painters want to be very hesitant about pushing those dark values as dark as they should be.
And that's very important when you're, say, painting a leaf or a petal and it's turned or away from the light, that it's a darker shade, and what tone of shade it should be, how much darker it should be, so that you get more accurate painting.
So it just sort of opens up all kinds of possibilities in your own mind as far as what you could do, potentially.
I've learned an enormous amount from Kathy, yes. It's my second home, the Botanical Gardens.
Actually, since this class, I've signed up and became a member because I think there are lots of things that you can do, and there's a variety of things.
Yeah, geocaching is our newest activity that we've launched, and it's a great opportunity for intergenerational learning. I mean, a whole family can come out, grandparents can bring their grandchildren out.
GPSing was a cool afternoon. We found 5 different treasures, and we had a great time, and no one got lost, right guys?
Yeah!
And it uses global positioning system technology.
Learning how to use a GPS has been interesting because it is fun and I like playing around with electronics and I want to go find treasure. Learning this has been very interesting, and it's a little bit challenging to use this because there's a whole bunch of different buttons and they all mean different things, so you have to try and do the right ones or not mess up.
So once people know how to use this, if they decide to buy a unit for their family, they can take it and whenever they're going hiking, just tuck it in their jacket pocket and go off and see what caches there are in the local area. So it's a nice mix of something new and a trend that's a growing trend, but using it as a basis for ecological learning.